Hey everyone, I'm Lincoln Parks. Welcome to the I'm Local podcast. In a world where big corporations dominate the market, it's easy to forget about the unique and vibrant businesses that make our communities thrive. That's why I created the I'm Local podcast, a podcast dedicated to showcasing the incredible stories and contributions of local businesses just like yours. Each episode, I'll be diving into the heart and soul of a different local business. We'll hear from the passionate entrepreneurs behind the scenes as they share their personal journeys, their business philosophies, and the challenges and triumphs that make ownership so rewarding. Whether you're a longtime resident looking to rediscover the hidden gems in our own backyard, or an aspiring entrepreneur seeking inspiration and guidance, I'm Local is here to connect you with the stories that matter most. So buckle up, get ready to be inspired, and join me as we explore the fascinating world of local businesses on I'm Local. Well, welcome, guys. My name is Lincoln Parks with My Local Henry and the I'm Local podcast. I'm excited to have today Miss Octavia Dunnigan. She is a business owner. She's been local here in Henry County. Octavia, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thank you so much for having me, Lincoln. It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. So I want you to tell everybody a little bit about yourself. How long have you been in Henry County? Let's just start there.
Sure. So, again, I am Octavia Dunnigan. I am a proud resident of McDonough, Georgia. My family and I have been here for 4 years now. We moved here right before COVID, before the pandemic.
Okay,
So we're super excited to be here. I'm a native, or I'm originally from Connecticut, hence the accent.
I
Um,
can hear it.
yeah. But yeah, so we're proud to be here. Yeah.
Awesome. So I know you started a business, and it's called Old Children's Club. That's correct, right?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your business and what you're doing.
Sure. So Old Children's Club, man, it's more than just a business, Lincoln. I apologize for that. But Old Children's Club is I don't want to just say it's a movement, but I feel like it's something it's a solution, really.
Right,
We are supporting homes, we're supporting schools, and ultimately supporting the community by reinforcing positive behavior in all of our members, and we rewarded them for good academic standing. So we're super excited to bring back that old it takes a community to raise up a child kind of vibe. We're doing that
absolutely.
virtually, and we're proud to be located here physically in McDonough, but really having a reach at this point. We're going from state to state online.
Wow.
So we're
That
super
that that's
excited.
amazing. I'm
Yeah.
I'm I'm glad because I'm interested to know like what got you into this space. Like, you want to help out, our youth that are in our community, and not like you said, not just here, but it could be anywhere. So what got you started in this space?
Sure. So, I've always had a passion to work with kids. Anyone who's known me knows me kind of like that mother kind of vibe. I have a social media platform where I'm kind of just like the mom, like, hey, get it done. And so it's just kind of a nature or inbuilt, I guess, gift to pretty much want to take care of people in general.
Yes.
So my background is in child studies. I have my psychology degree in child studies. So ultimately, I wanted to dive into how children are wired because we know children are our future, right? And so
Right.
working in schools, Lincoln, and then ultimately shifting to social services, I seen a gap where children kind of can have some more support, if that makes sense, that schools
Absolutely.
can't reach and parents are too busy to reach. And so I seen that little hole in which we can pretty much lift up and empower kids, lock arms with families to push the next generation to be greater than what we are. And so that's kind of been my drive since, I guess, coming up. I was a teen mom. I started off, in a, not to, keep rolling, but I started off in a I guess, a spot where things seem impossible or could be impossible for me. And so I just wanted to
Yeah.
let as many kids know as possible that all things are possible.
Look, I've seen you in the community. I've seen your videos and looked at some of your videos, so I know you get hype, on what you're doing,
Yeah.
and very very inspirational, and what you do. So, with that being said, like, how do you said growing up, you were in a position and you worked yourself out of that position. Like, how are you helping other kids to be able to, identify with where they are and then take them to the next level?
Sure. So it's just our belief as the business that everyone has a purpose, right?
Yeah.
Everyone has a vision. And so our job, what we do is pretty much help the kids identify what their personal or individual vision or purpose would be, right? I
Right.
think and working in the school systems from what I've seen, and um I can't speak for all systems when I say this, but I know a lot of times we don't really talk about future until kids are already in high school. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so
Right.
with the club, we're introducing, hey, what do you want to be? And let's start working towards that at 8 years old. Right. So
Wow.
we're really trying to like I guess pull the gift out of the kid or help the parents pull the gift and help the teachers pull the gift out of the kids just
Yes.
in that gap time that we connect with the kids. Um,
That's really awesome, because I remember when I was in school,
yeah.
one of my guidance counselors, she specifically told me, Lincoln, you're going to fail.
Oh,
Look, and that leaves, and I know a lot of teachers now, and maybe even some of the kids that you work with, have heard things like that, and those are hurdles that they have to overcome, and they have to, know how to move to the next level and get there. So I'm glad that you guys are pouring into the youth and really, hand holding them and taking them to the next step. So another question I had for you is, how can people really get in contact with you guys if they're going to be watching this or listening to this podcast and they want to figure out, how can I get in contact with Octavia? What do they need to do?
sure. So, Old Children's Club, you can definitely check us out at I always say it like this, oldchildrensclub.com. Definitely check us out. We have clips up there, some physical things that we've been doing in schools, all types of things like that. Our email info at oldchildrensclub.com, and on social media, we're TikTok and Instagram at Old Children's Club LLC. And for me, I'm Octavia Dunnigan. So check me out no matter what age you are. I guarantee you I can motivate you in some type of way as I motivate myself in this entrepreneurial journey, in this life journey.
Yes,
Right? Life is life.
that's
So
right.
get encouraged, join the community. Let's get it together. And I'm at Octavia Dunnigan on social media platforms.
Awesome, awesome. So look, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you this question. So I know, from what I've seen, you ran for a local office in Henry County,
I
right?
did. I did.
So okay, so I need to get into this. I want to find out, like, what drove you to say, look, I want to run for local office. I know I want to make change, because a lot of people have come to me over the years and they said, man, you need to run for local office, but it just wasn't me. How did you get to that point, like saying, I need to do something? Let me interrupt this broadcast to share this information with you. The I'm Local podcast is brought to you by My Local Henry, We Are Henry magazine, and the Henry County Chamber of Commerce. My Local Henry is a local directory in Henry County dedicated to featuring small businesses and showcasing all the latest events in Henry County, Georgia. List your business as a free local listing or upgrade for a featured business listing. Learn more at mylocalhenry.com. The podcast is also brought to you by We Are Henry magazine. Since 2012, We Are Henry has set the standard for excellence as the premier hometown magazine for citizens of our wonderful community. With a vision and a passion to connect family and friends through experiences, We Are Henry's pages are filled with human interest stories, information on local events, dining, and all the happenings that make our county so special. We are dedicated to telling the stories of the great people in Henry County. The more we learn and know about these that live around us, the more we are able to become a tight-knit group of citizens. We are moving and growing together, and our community is our home, and we are Henry. The I'm Local podcast is also brought to you by the Henry County Chamber of Commerce. The Henry County Chamber of Commerce is a nonprofit organization dedicated to improving the business's climate and making our community the best place to live, work, and play. Founded more than 50 years ago in 1967, your chamber is a highly proactive and visible influence in Henry County and the entire South Metro region. The ultimate task of the chamber is an economic development. Not only do they work to bring new businesses into our rapidly growing county, they also strive to ensure that our existing businesses thrive and that newcomers and visitors recognize what Henry County has to offer. As such, the Convention and Visitors Bureau operates under the umbrella of the Chamber. Now, let's get back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Sure. So honestly, I'm the type of person where I see a hole and I want to fix it. And I'm a physical kind of leader. So when I
Yeah.
lead my companies, when I'm leading in my family, I'm hands on. I, I
Yes.
I'm I'm there. And for me, I felt that my area needs a hands-on leader, and that's what I wanted to be. That was my motivation. That was my driven thing. I think it's sad to be living anywhere where you have to pay for things and you contribute, you live there, and you feel like you're not heard, or you don't even know who your leader or representative is. And for
Right.
me, that was my initial experience. Now I want to say this in all honor, I absolutely honor and appreciate the board, the city council board. I love the board. I love Mayor Vincent. I actually had lunch and or slash dinner with our city councilwoman, Kim Varner. So I
Yes.
congratulate
Yes.
her in person. We celebrated together. So just to put that publicly, and
Awesome.
we have great things going. I'm looking forward to locking arms with the city, in a positive way. But that
Yes.
was my drive, Lincoln. I really wanted, and I feel like any area, all communities deserve to have leaders who are there with them, who
That's right.
understand what's going on with them, not sitting from high levels and dictating, but let's get to the ground and let's get it
That's right.
together. So that
Yes.
was my motivation. I'm sorry, I
Well,
get
well, no, no, that's awesome because
yeah,
you are, believe it or not, you are inspiring not only through what you do, but you're inspiring people, every day. Like I said, I've seen the videos, and I get hyped. I'm watching your
yeah,
videos, and I'm like, oh man, she's great, she's phenomenal. Definitely. So and I know you're a family oriented person.
right.
You really love being with your family, and I could tell that just from your presence. Never met you in person, but from what I've seen, and we need to do that.
Yes,
We need to make that happen. We're right here in McDonough.
we're right here.
So that's right. So I just I get inspired when I see business owners and individuals like you that are stepping up and not just going to work and coming back, and you're in the community and you're not trying to make a difference. You've been here for 4 years, and there's people that have been in this community for 44 years, and they haven't made the amount of impact that you're making in such a short period being in this community. So I hats off to you. I appreciate you doing what you do.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I
So
appreciate that.
so in this segment, this is like a rapid fire segment. So I wanna ask you, um, are there any hidden talents that nobody knows about Octavia Dunnigan?
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna say this, but there are no requests. Okay,
Okay.
I, I'm a really good cook, and I cook.
Okay.
And I say that because everyone who tastes my food, they're always like, "When are you cooking? When are you gonna cook?" Back home, I used to host a lot of things, and so I don't have the time, really. So that is a hidden talent. I am a really
Okay. Okay. All right. Well. Maybe. Okay. I'm not gonna make any requests right now,
well. I
but
know we need a request. Put it that way.
hey, things could happen, right? Things could
Right.
happen. So what would you say? Just following up on that, what would you say is your most favorite thing to cook?
Oh my God. I love the traditional soul food dinner, right? With the
Ooh,
cornbread
yes,
and the rice, the
yes,
macaroni,
yes.
the collard greens, the cabbage. Yeah, that all of that stuff. The holidays, I love the holidays, especially Thanksgiving, and that's another thing. I cook Thanksgiving and well, I cook all the holidays really.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll hold you to that. I won't make any requests right now, but we'll hold you to that. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you this. So,
Yes.
what would you say? What kind of advice would you give to a small business owner or an entrepreneur or somebody that's like they're listening to this, they're inspired, they see you in the community, and they just want some advice on what's the next step for them?
Yeah. Me personally, my advice will always be if God gave you that vision, or
Mm,
whoever you believe gave you that vision, it's your job to bring it into reality. So,
wow.
my advice is do not stop until you bring it into reality. Now, you could take a break, you could readjust it, you could put it on pause, put it on the shelf, but you pick it back up because you're not
Right.
allowed to stop until it's into reality. That's
I like that. See, that's a quote. Do not stop until it's brought into reality. Wow, that's a quote. I'm going to put that out there for real. That is going down. So I'm going to put your
yeah,
name on that. That's your quote. That's powerful.
thank,
Octavia, I really appreciate you being on today and
thank you
taking some
for having
time and then just sharing your story, sharing behind the scenes, letting people know more about you and what you're doing, and they know how to get in contact with you. So I
me.
appreciate you being on. Any last words? Anything that you want to share with people that are watching and listening?
No, McDonough, let's continue to be great. Let's continue to go forward. Guys, continue to support small businesses, even entrepreneurs. Motivate them, encourage them to keep going. Let's
That's
continue to
right.
make McDonough. Let's continue to make Henry County. Let's continue to make America amazing.
Awesome. Now, there's one thing that I'm going to have you do
Mhm.
at the end of your videos. What do you normally say at the end of your
I
videos?
get to do it. I wasn't gonna just do it, but as long as
Hey,
I'm allowed, I have to get permission.
yes, go for it.
All right, y'all, let's get it. Thank
There you
you.
go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I
Thanks
love
for
it. I love
having
it.
me.
Yeah, no problem. All right, great having you on.
All righty.